Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Convocation Center, home of your California Vulcans. Today, the California Vulcans will be stepping up against the UPG Mountain Cats. My name is JJ Robinson. Alongside me is
Victoria Lang, and we're in for an exciting matchup between two teams on the rise.
California enters the night at a 13-3 record, and this squad has been firing on all cylinders. Olivia Wiseman continues to lead the way with 196 kills. She has been the go-to Vulcan all season long. On the defensive side, Caroline Mercer anchors the back row with 255 digs, while Lindsay Scammell has dominated the net with 75 blocks to her name.
UPJ comes in at 11-4, and they've got plenty of weapons as well. Outside hitter Ellie Zoro-Serino has been electric, tallying 228 kills and capable of changing the game in an instant. Abby Berry keeps the offense running smoothly with 470 assists, and Jessica Krug holds down the defense with 226 digs, the leader and lifeline of the Mountain Cat backcourt.
Two teams loaded with skill and toughness. Momentum's going to be needed as the first set is underway. Served by Favada, bumped up by the libero. Bumped to the other side, back to California. Favada sets it up to Wiseman. Wiseman touched at the net, but goes out of bounds off the hands of UPJ. That is a California Vulcans point.
That's a nice start to this set.
Especially with how evenly matched these two teams are. Of course, only being one game apart within the standings. We'll take a quick look at that a little bit later. But it will be Favada back for the serve once again. Favada with the service up and over. Dug out by UPG. High set, tipped at the net by California, and it does land up being a UPJ point. Substitution for UPJ. Number 10 comes out of the game. Avery Coons. And into the game, number 18, Natalie Lippincott. Number 9 with the serve for UPJ. It's up and over. And that will be a service ace for Abby Berry. Abby Berry once again back for the serve. Berry serve is up and over. Was it touched by California? No, it was not. That serve goes out of bounds. California point.
As you said earlier, these teams are evenly matched.
Indeed they are. Olivia Wiseman is now back for the serve. Ball's up and over. Low dig there. High set to the middle of the court. Off the arms of California. Fortunately, that will be a UPJ point. That was off the arms of Taylor Pasco as it goes towards the scorer's table. UPJ now back to serve. Ball served up and over. Set by Favada to the far side to Anna Marie Petrosevic, and that is a point for the Vulcans. It will now be the libero for California, Taylor Pasco, back for the serve. Ball is served up and over the libero for UPJ. Gets her first touch on that, and that goes down, but Favada is there. Bumped up to the far side. Stevenson with the attack and with the points for the Vulcans. Vulcans take the lead back once again, 3-4. 4-3. The serve is up and over towards the far side of the court. Set up close now, going for a kill attack, but it does go off the hands of California out of bounds. That will be a UPJ point. Like you said, Victoria, this seems to be a very evenly matched game so far up to this point. Of course, rotating points back and forth. No one seems to want to take control, but of course, it's still early, so they could definitely be feeling each other out still.
We have another 3 sets?
Of course. As I've seen so far, especially with these home games, usually it's a lot of feeling out within the first set, so let's see who can figure out the other team first. Libero with the service up and over. Dug out, set up, and Scammell with the kill attempt off the arms of the libero. And number 7, that is a point for California.
Whoever wins this set definitely will give them a boost of confidence for the next 3.
Definitely. Into the game now, Elisa Ruggiero and Morgan Johnson. Morgan Johnson, number 6, now back to serve for the Vulcans. Morgan Johnson's serve is up and over. Dug out by UPG. High set. Going towards the back row. Nice effort there by Wiseman. Morgan sends it back up into the air. And Petrosevic sends it to the back row. Set up now on the far close side. Diving effort there One hand, can they get it over? Wiseman gets it back over the net. Diving effort by UPJ. High set, and a little bit of mistiming there on the side of UPJ. That will be a California point.
California is in a lead with 2 points.
After that, it will go back to Morgan Johnson once again off the Sadie Reese error. Ball served up and over, dugout by UPJ. High set to the close side, going towards the back court. And that is a little bit of mistiming there by Olivia Wiseman. Looks like it could have gone out of bounds or inbounds. Could have gone either way. She chose to try and play it, but wasn't confident enough in her hit. UPJ point. Ball served up and over, dugout by Marie Petrosevic. Scammell with the nice kill, getting through the block. That is a California point. Some more substitutions for both teams. Marie Petrosevic comes out, and into the game, Kay Lindenfelser. As Lindenfelser will go back for the serve. There's also a substitution on the side of UPJ. Serve is up and over, low dig there by UPJ. High set to the middle of the court, going towards the back court. Lindenfelser was there. Kill attempt coming from Wiseman, off the arms, towards the net. Can they get it back over? Yes, they can. Johnson sets to Scammell. Scammell right in the middle of all of the UPJ defenders. Lindenfelser now back for the serve. Ball's up and over, dugout. High set to the close side of the court, and it goes out of bounds, untouched. That is a California point. Lindenfelser once again back for the serve. Ball's up and over, dugout by the libero. High set to the outside, kill attempt is unsuccessful. Johnson there to save it. Pasco bumps to Wiseman, and Wiseman comes down with some fury with that hit, and that will be a California point.
It is always nice to go for a block.
Indeed it is, and it looks like UPJ will be the first team to call the timeout during this first set.
Can they come up after this?
Of course, a lot during these games you see a lot of rotating spears of momentum. Let's see if they have a chance to get some momentum back. But while we have a chance, let's look at the tail of the tape. As you can see on the screen, California, of course, playing UPJ. California is leading so far this season, 13.3 to 11.9 in kills per set. Assists per set goes to California as well at 12.4 and 11 even for UPJ. Aces per set, this is where UPJ takes a lead a little bit, 2.6 per set to California's 1.3. California wins and digs, 18 digs per set to UPJ's 15. And blocks per set also goes to California at 2.4 to UPJ's 1.9 per set. You definitely see that so far within these two teams. You can see what they're good at. Of course, California leading in most of those categories. As both teams now come out of this timeout, it will be Kay Lindenfelser back for the serve. Let's see if UPJ can put something together after taking that timeout.
This will be interesting.
Lindenfelser back to serve. Gets the whistle from the official, and that's a go. Serve is up and over, dug out by the libero once again. Bumped up to the close side of the court. Over the block, tipped by Johnson, and that goes out of bounds. Johnson taking the credit for that error there. It'll be number 14, Caroline Knight, back to serve for the Mountain Cats. Ball's up and over, dug out by California. Kill attempt coming from Ruggiero, and that is in the court for a California point. It'll be Lindsay Scammell, leader in blocks for your California Vulcans, back for the serve. Ball served up and over, dug out. High set to the close side of the court, tipped at the net, and that will go out of bounds. I believe credited with that point will be Elia Ruzo-Canzero with the point. Couple substitutions for UPJ. Looks like the officials are talking to the coaches on UPJ's side. Just getting some things set up. It looks like they're just telling the bench to get a little bit farther away from the court. Safety reasons, of course, don't want any interference. Looks like everything's all good now. Back to serve. Johnson sets to Ruggiero. Ruggiero towards the backcourt. High into the air. Can California do something with it? Somehow bounces right off of each other. California now with the ball. Wiseman kill attempt is saved by UPJ. UPJ just lets it drop. Some miscommunication. Didn't know who had it. No one called ball. That is a California point. Some more substitutions now. Looks like a double substitution happened there. 25 came out for 21. And then 21 came out for number 1. On California's side, Adriana Fervada gets subbed back into the game. Ball served up and over. Low dig there. Close attack at the net. Tipped at the net. Wiseman tipped over by California. Some diving action going on there. Back row. Lindenfelser saves it. Fervada to the back row. That will be Sarah Stevenson with the point.
A lot of diving for that one, but they got it over.
Indeed, they did a lot of playing very close to the net. Not very much back row space, which led to California getting that back row point. Adriana Favada now back for the serve. Ball's up and over. Awkward set. Really close to the net as it directly back over, but the libero for California is there to save it. Favada to Stevenson. Stevenson gets it back over the net. Low set there, blocked at the net by Norfolk. Kill attempt going to the back row. It is too far and it sails out of bounds. California points. UPJ trying a little bit of what California did, attacking that back row where they were up close. A little bit of too much sauce on that one, you could say, and it goes out of bounds as Adriana Favada is back for the serve. Is up and over. Dugout, high set towards the close side of the net. And does that go in bounds? Yes, it does, just by a hair. And that will be a UPJ point.
It's hard when it hits the line. It's very middle ground there.
Avery Coons comes out of the game for Natalie Lippincott. UPJ with the serve. Diving effort there. Set up to the far side. Kill attempt is unsuccessful. Set now to the close side, going for that row, but blocked, tipped at the net, excuse me. As Stevenson sends it back, and that flies off of number 9, Abby Berry, and goes out of bounds. Substitution for California. Marie Petrosevic comes out into the game, taking out Kay Lindenfelser. Olivia Wiseman is now back for the serve as the ball is up and over. Bumped up into the air, high set there to the close side of the court. Denied at the net by Norfolk and Stevenson. Can it happen again? Tipped this time. California is able to keep it in play. Favada sets it to Stevenson over the block. And it gets over. Libero bumps it into the air for the close side kill attempt, but denied once again, this time by Stevenson. Going for the one more time, and gets a weird spin off the net, and that will be a UPJ point.
UPJ is coming up now.
Only down 6 points to California. It'll be a UPJ serve. Elia Ruzo Quincero now back to serve. And the serve is up and over. Dugout by Pasco. Favada sets to Marie Petrosevic. Tipped at the net but goes over. Set to the far side now. Marie Petrosevic for the block but unsuccessful as it does end up hitting that back line. Be another UPJ point. UPJ now with the serve is up and over. Dugout by Pasco. Favada to Marie Petrosevic, but is denied, and it goes off of Petrosevic, and that will be a UPJ point once again. UPJ is now starting with some momentum. Let's see if they can continue it.
They are coming up. That serve, their first serve helped them come up after losing those points.
Zero Quincero talking to her coach before she gets a serve off. There's a whistle. We are ready. And here's the serve. Ball's up and over. Wiseman, awkward dig there, but able to get it in rhythm. But the UPJ defenders, looks like they're giving credit to number 14, Caroline Knight, with an insane block on the outside.
Amazing feeling when you hit a good block.
Zero Quincero now back for the serve once again. Ball is up and over. set awkwardly, but to Maria Petrosevic, and that does go out of bounds, untouched. That will be another UPJ point. Coach Audrey Edmer talking to her players on the court. Wouldn't be surprised if there it is. I was about to say if she takes a timeout, and there it goes.
Let's see if they can come up from this timeout. They're a little bit in the lead, but UPJ is coming up from behind.
Definitely largest lead so far is 6 points. Of course, when UPJ took their last timeout, they were up 5. Only were able to get up one more, and California not liking how much they're coming back. Of course, 15-13, only 2 point deficit from UPJ.
Let's see if UPJ can keep this momentum after the timeout.
Let's see if it happens indeed. Of course, both teams will be talking it over with each other. And here we have a couple look at the standings of the PSAC West. We have Pitt-Johnstown second place in the PSAC West with a 2-1 conference record, 11-4 overall. And California comes in at 5th, 1-1 in record, in conference record, and 13-3 overall. Let's see which team gets to improve their conference record today.
Let's see who takes the lead after this timeout.
Zero Concero once again back for the serve. On a little bit of a service streak now. Ball's up and over. Dug out by Wiseman. Favada sends it to the middle. Stevenson over the top. Set to the back row now. Kill attempt. Saved by the defense specialist for California. Maria Petrosevic sent to the back row where the libero is lurking. Tipped at the net. Diving effort by Favada. One more hit to get it back over. Stevenson attacks number 9. And that will be a California point.
And California coming back from the timeout with a little bit of momentum. Let's see if they keep it up.
Indeed. Ball's up and over. Dug out. High set. Tipped. Looked like a flick of the wrist over the net. Scammell with over the back shot there to get it over the net. Tipped at the net there to get it back over. Favada sends it to Stevenson, but Stevenson is denied by number 16, Journey Welling. And she's there at the net to meet Stevenson. Substitution now as she comes out of the game. Journey Wheeling comes out of the game and into the game. I believe it was Natalie Lippincott. Ball served up and over. Awkward dig there, but it gets back over the net. California in a little bit of a scramble there. Miscommunication by the libero for UPJ.
Two people in the same place. It's hard to decide who should take the ball.
It is. You always say, you got it, I got it, and it's by the time it drops, it's been too late. And then you're like, I should have got it. That's usually how it works. Morgan Johnson now back to serve for the Vulcans. Ball served up and over, dugout. High set and fake the kill, but goes for the kill attempt on the close side of the court. Awkward set there, but Ruggiero gets it back over the net. Scrambling now on the back, on their heels now, attacking the far side of the court. Awkward set there, but it goes directly back over. They were ready for it. Scammell sets. Johnson sets. Petrosevic with the kill attempt. It looked like she tried to catch the ball. I wonder if number 9, Abby Berry, understands that she's supposed to hit the ball and not catch it. Of course she is playing.
A little confusion.
Of course she is playing collegiate sport here in PA, so I feel like she knows that. Sometimes you just get very unlucky when that happens.
You don't think fast enough.
Set now. Kill attempt is through the blockers of Scammell and Petrosevic. That was a nice comeback point for UPJ.
That was a very nice kill on their side.
Ball is up and over. Dugout. High set and kill attempt by Ruggiero. Low dig there, but right back down by Petrosevic. That's a 1-2 hit there. The roommates combining for a nice point.
They pulled themselves together for that point.
Of course. They have that chemistry, of course, on the court and off the court as they are roommates, which most of these girls are, but those two specifically live with each other. Ball's up and over. Awkward dig towards the sideline. High set. Kill attempt through the block. But California is there, and it goes around the antenna. That will be a UPJ free point. UPJ now once back for the serve. A little bit of talking. Looks like that was going on. They were ready, and the serve is up and over. Wiseman sets. Johnson sets. Ruggiero denied at the... Excuse me. Gets it over the net on the block, and it drops on the side of UPJ. That will be a California point credited to Alicia Ruggiero. Scammell with the serve is up and over. High set towards the net. That does go off of Ava Norfolk, and that will be a UPJ point. Very close game here. California up by just a couple, 5 away from putting the set away, but UPJ is right behind. Down
that
3.
Last point just slipped through Morgan Johnson's hands.
Indeed it did. Let's see if they can make some corrections here. Ball served up and over. Johnson sets to Wiseman. Wiseman sets it highly back over to the back row. High set, kill attempt, and that does not seem to have been touched, but it was, and that will be a UPJ point. Ball served up and over. Awkward set there by Lindenfelser, but is able to get back over the net, also awkwardly off the hands of Ruggiero. Kill attempt off the hands of Norfolk, dropping right in front of Ted Pasco. UPJ now only down 1. Can California correct some things, or will there have to be a timeout called? Ball served up and over. Pasco with the dig. Johnson to Wiseman. Wiseman over the net. Diving effort there. Sending it towards the net. Awkward little thing there, but California is able to keep the ball in play as Ruggiero sends it towards the back row. Unsuccessful there. Close attack. Can they block it? It goes over the block. Untouched. Nice reflexes by Taylor Pasco to get out of the way. Now we have some substitutions. Looks like number 21, Danica Susko, will come into the game, taking out Kira Hummin. And into the game for California will be Favada. Ball's up and over, dug out towards the net, tipped right back over. Nice reflexes by California, get the ball back. Wiseman with the outside kill attempt, unsuccessful. Diving effort there, gets into the net, which is successful. That point will get credited to Olivia Wiseman. California, 3 points from putting the set away, and there will be a timeout taken by UPJ.
They are only at a 3-point deficit, so this timeout might help them.
Indeed it will. Of course, California 3 points away, looking to put this set away, move on to the next, get on the other side of the court. But UPJ, of course, still in reach, so it's not like this set is over yet. There's a lot of sets to be played, rallies to be played within the set so far.
In California, they also like keeping that first set a little, keep you on your toes.
They really do, especially throughout this season. It's been a consistent thing. First set's usually a little bit closer than all the other ones, and then if California can take away the first set, it's been somewhat of a little takeoff, a little boost, you could say, like a spring pad to jump into these next couple of sets. California already coming out of the timeout. Looks like UPJ is as well as they break their huddle.
Let's see how this works.
And it will be Adriana Favada back to serve. Let's see who can ride out the rest of this set. Ball served up and over. Low dig there. High set. Kill attempt through the block, but Lindenfelser able to get the dig into the air. High set. Low set, excuse me. Diving effort unsuccessful. UPJ 20.
First point after the timeout.
Substitutions. Avery Coons comes out of the game for Ellie Ruzo Concedo. Ball is served up and over, tipped at the net, by the net. But California able to play with it. As Wiseman sends it towards the back row, directly towards the net. Can they do something with it off the hands of California? Favada. Wiseman with the kill attempt. That is successful. A little bit of ricochet action there.
They did not like that UPJ took the ball back from them.
No, they do not. Kay Lindenfelser comes out of the game, into the game. Anna Marie Petrosevic getting a lot of action early so far in this game. Olivia Wiseman with the set. With the service up and over. Set towards the close side of the court. Denied at the net by California. Over the block this time. Wiseman sets. Set once again. Stevenson tipped by, looked like an eyelash could have gotten over it. And that goes out of bounds. California will be heading in to set point. Here we go. Olivia Wiseman to end the set. Ball is up and over. Dug out. High set. Over, and that will be out of bounds off the hands of UPJ. And that will close out this first set. 25-20 for California. We will be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Digital Sports Network.
Season 2 of the Audrey Emmerich era is at hand for Vulcan Volleyball, and you will have the best seat in the house. 12 home games against regional foes and PSAC opponents highlight the schedule. You will be at the edge of your seat at the Convocation Center as you watch the Vulcans fight to the postseason and beyond. All home games will be aired live on CUTV Sports 1, PSAC Digital Network, and CUTV Cable on Armstrong and Breezeline. Make sure to follow Cal Vulcans for up-to-date news and info.
Hello and welcome back to the Convocation Center, home of your California Vulcans. California ends up taking the first set 25-20 over the UPJ Mountain Cats as it was coming down to the wire there. UPJ only down by a couple. California able to secure the win on that first set.
They are a very close team. Like, they're evenly matched, and California coming up at the end was great for them.
Indeed, they were. Of course, like I said, California with a 13-3 record. The Wildcats with a 11-4 record. Of course, looks like they had played one less game. They have played one more conference game, though, than the Vulcans, as they are 2-1 in conference. California is 1-1 in conference, which could have been to that little bit of a gap between the two teams within the PSAC West rankings. Of course, this is the first PSAC West matchup that the Vulcans are hosting this year. Of course, they've, like I said, played two already.
And tonight is youth night here.
It is youth night. The California Vulcans, after the game, will have a chance to meet up with some of the youth within the community, whether it just be little kids, volleyball players that are a little bit younger than them, get a chance to meet with them and talk to them after the game.
And sign some autographs, apparently.
And sign some autographs. I know me and Nate Kurtz, we have a couple players we can get some autographs from. Not like they're anything, too much. Just, some nice friendly autographs. Might put it for a senior board or something. Not sure, but
you'll see.
Yeah. 20 seconds left within this intermission of sides, and California already out of their huddle.
Let's see who takes the lead with this set.
Coach Emmerich looks like she's talking to Adriana Favada. Before we get started, there's the buzzer, and California now coming out onto the court. And I believe it will be UPJ for the serve. Officials getting some lineup management stuff done before we get started here in the second set. High fives all around from Jessica Kurg.
Got to keep the energy up for the rest of the game.
Indeed you do. And a quick substitution on the side of California before we get started. Scamel coming out of the lineup, putting in California's libero, Taylor Pascoe. It'll be number 25, Sasha Purdon, back for the serve to start off this second set. Ball's up and into the net. That is a mishandle there. That is a free point for the Vulcans.
California give a little distraction with their chance.
Olivia Wiseman now back to serve for the Vulcans. Ball's up and over. High set to the far side. Goes over the block. One hand by Pitt-Johnstown to keep the ball in play. Nice effort there by the Vulcans to keep the ball right there. And that is a hammer coming down on the outside. Into the block. That is a nice block by number 8, Ava Norfolk. Olivia Wiseman back to serve. Ball is up and over. Dugout there. Set to the close side of the court. Going towards the back row. Can Favada get to it? No, she cannot. That will be a first point for the UPJ Mountain Cats. The Abby Berry now back for the serve for substitution. Here we go. Ball is served up and over. Dugout by Pasco. Set up to Marie Petrosevic. Kill attempt unsuccessful. Diving effort by UPJ. Kill attempt going to the backside. Usually don't want to aim for the libero, but that's what they did. And the ball goes out of bounds. Too much power there. This will be a UPJ point.
The slightest turn of the hand can change where the ball goes.
Barry once again for the serve is up and over. Awkward dig as it goes straight back over. Diving effort to keep the ball over. One hand again. And California has a free ball to play with. That is a kill attempt denied at the net. Favada tried to get in there to save it, but it goes too far out of bounds off her hit. UPJ takes the first lead. Barry with the serve once again. Diving effort by Pasco. Favada into the block by Norfolk. Unsuccessful point to UPJ. Barry for the serve is up and over. And that is a service ace for UPJ.
We didn't have a quick enough reaction there.
That was on a beeline to the ground right there. And it's successful for UPJ. Ball served is up and over. This time able to keep it in the air off the serve. Kill attempt by Stevenson unsuccessful as it was denied at the net. Set up to Petrosevic. Petrosevic gets through the block, but UPJ can do something with it as they send it to Wiseman. Pasco sends it to the far side, and Stevenson sends it freely back over. Set up now. Tipped over there. Nice effort by Wiseman to get the ball into the air. Kill attempt is successful by Sarah Stevenson.
That was a nice save from Wiseman because that spot was empty.
Ball served up and over. Dugout by UPJ. Set to the far side of the court. And that looks like it hit the antenna. I saw it wiggle in there. That'll be a free point for California, even though it hit the ground. Ball served up and over. Dugout by UPJ. High set to the far side, middle of the court. And that lands just in between Wiseman and Pasco. That will be a UPJ point. UPJ with the serve is up and over. Dugout by California. High set. Kill attempt by Petrosevic. Unsuccessful. Kill attempt 2. Pasco is successful though. That'll be another UPJ point.
She dived for that ball, but she was not able to get it up.
Nope, just looked like she was just an inch off from being able to pancake that back into the air, but unsuccessful. Ball served up and over. Dugout. Set up to the far side of the court. Kill attempt is out of bounds. That will be another free point for UPJ.
UPJ has taken a lead with this set.
I would not be surprised if California seems to call a timeout within the next couple of points if they don't start to get on the board here. Ball served up and over. Bumped up back into the air. Kill attempt. Looks like a little bit of clashing there by UPJ. But that goes towards the out-of-bounds line. That will be a California point. Substitutions now. Johnson and Ruggiero coming into the game, taking out Stevenson and Favada. Morgan Johnson now back for the serve. Ball served up and over, dugout. Set up and kill attempt is out of bounds. That will be a point for the Vulcans. Johnson once again back for the serve. Ball's up and over, dugout. Set up to the far side. Can it be blocked? Yes, it is denied by Ruggiero and Scammell. But the ball is still in play. That time it goes off the hands of Ruggiero and Scammell, but lands out of bounds. That will be a UPJ point. And there is a substitution. Just occurring with the serve. Ball is up and over. Directly back over to UPJ. Set up to the close side of the court now. Going over, but Pasco is there. Set up and kill attempt towards the back row. That goes out of bounds over the net, outside of the antenna. A whole bunch of things going wrong there for UPJ. And that'll be a California point. Petrosevic comes out of the game, and into the game comes Kay Lindenfelser. Ball served up and over, dugout by Keurig. Set up now, kill attempt. Can California save it? No, they cannot. That's a nice point there for UPJ.
UPJ didn't let their mistake cause California to take advantage there.
Number 18, Natalie Lippincott, back for the serve. Up and over. Looks like it could have gone out of bounds, but Wiseman decided to play it. Wiseman also sends it back high off the arms of UPJ. Free ball back over. Let's see what California can do with it. One bump by Ruggiero to back to UPJ. Set up and kill attempt. Saved there by Pasco. But now California sends it back. Tipped, so UPJ is able to keep it in play. Denied. Not denied there, as UPJ gets a point. Looks like Audrey Emmerich, coach of the Vulcans, has some words to say to her team, not wanting to take a timeout. Some so quick things there. UPJ now back to serve. Ball served up and over, dugout. High set to the back of the court, and that looks like it almost was caught there at the net, but somehow that wasn't anything there, but California will drop another point, and it looks like it will be a timeout called by second-year head coach Audrey Emmerich.
Can California come up after this timeout?
I feel like they definitely need to. Had a nice finish in that last set. Of course, it was close. Looks like this set seems a little bit reversed, a little bit of back and forth at the start, but now UPJ is starting to pull away.
They didn't like that California took the lead for the first set.
No, they did not. UPJ's had the lead outside of the first 2 points of the second set and have not looked back since. Let's see if California can do a little bit to come back just a little bit closer and make this more of a game. And here we have some team leaders for the California Vulcans. Leader in kills, Olivia Wiseman with 196. Leaders in digs, Caroline Mercer with 255. Leader with assists is Adriana Favada, 327 so far this year. Blocks, like I said in the intro, Lindsay Scammell with 75 even on the year. Olivia Wiseman, the freshman, coming out of nowhere, it seems like. Olivia Wiseman with 16. And leading also in points is Wiseman with 223 points on this season. Been a good year so far for the Vulcans. And here we go. Ball served up and over. And the ball goes off the arms awkwardly off of Pasco. And that will be a free UPJ point. Definitely not what they were looking for, as Caroline Mercer will be subbed into the game, swapping liberos. Ball into the air. Lindenfelser gets it up. It's Ruggiero now. Kill attempt unsuccessful. High set. Over the block. Nice effort there by Johnson. Mercer sends it to the back. As Wiseman, nice kill there by Olivia Wiseman to get the point. Also find it interesting on the little the roster we have here. Olivia Wiseman is credited as a right side hitter, a defensive specialist, and a setter. So a jack of all trades for the Vulcans, and that will be another California Vulcan point right there.
Every team needs a person that does everything.
We have a couple people this year that have more than the standard 1 or 2 positions. As the ball is served by Scammell, a little too hard there as the ball goes up and out of bounds. But like I was saying, a couple players with triple threat ability this year. Aliza Ruggiero, outside hitter, right side hitter, and a defensive specialist as well. Haven't seen her as a primary libero yet, but that just means she's listed on the roster as she has the ability to come and play libero, even with her offensive power. Served by number 22. Sadie Reese is up and over. Ruggiero, the triple threat, coming down with some power on the outside hit, and that is a point for the Vulcans.
It is always hard for the other team when it hits the line because they don't know if it'll be out or in.
A little close there, but the official's closer than I, and I would have called it in as well. And that is a point.
Makes it a split-second decision there.
Indeed, Ruggiero and Johnson come out of the game. Favada into the game, along with Ava Norfolk. Ball's up and over, dugout. High set, and kill attempt unsuccessful there. Favada sends it to Wiseman. Winds it tipped at the net. Can they get it back over? One more hit. California needs to be ready for anything. Tipped at the net. Favada to Norfolk, and that looks like it gets back over the net for UPJ. A little bit of scrambling there, but that will be a Olivia Wiseman point. That's nothing unexpected to see from the freshman. Like I said, she's leader in kills, aces, and overall points so far this year for the Vulcans. As Favada serves up and over, dugout, set, far side of the court, and that is down with some fire as UPJ will get the point there with a couple of substitutions.
They had to get their revenge for that last point.
Indeed they did. Subbed into the game for the serve for UPJ will be Sasha Purdon. It's the 6'2 middle hitter out of McKinley, Texas. And that will be a service error on her side. Looked like she tried hitting it to Texas with how powerful that ball was, of course, going out of bounds.
I think Texas is a little bit far away.
Wiseman with the service up and over, dugout. Set up and kill attempt is right there in front of Wiseman. Targeting that back row. Wiseman not able to get down in time. UPJ point. And now it looks like it will be number 9, Abby Berry. Said her name a lot so far tonight. Back for the serve. Ball served. It's up and over. Favada gives it to Breen. Petrosevic denied at the net. Can they get it up? One more hit. Unsuccessful there. They got 2 hits on it, but it really didn't go high. And it looks like Norfolk will be subbed out of the game. Into the game, it will be number 16, Riley Evans.
The only person that could have saved that ball was Petrosevic, and she did not get there fast enough.
Ball served up and over. Set directly back over, and that is a Favada point for the Vulcans. Nice little change up there. Why do you need 3 hits when you can do it in 2? Actually just gets it directly back over the net for a Vulcan point. California needing to go on a little bit of a run here, trailing 13-17. Let's see what they can do. High set. Kill attempt denied, and a little bit of miscommunication there. Petrosevic had a chance but completely whiffed on it there. That will be a UPJ point.
We are 18-13. They're taking a strong lead.
Indeed they are. This one doesn't seem to be as competitive as the last set as the ball served up and over. Dugout. High set. Kill attempt is out of bounds. That is a point. UPJ. Ball served up and over, dug out. High set. And kill attempt unsuccessful off the hand of the libero. Looks like there was a foul on the side of UPJ. That will be a California point as Ruggiero and Johnson get subbed into the game for Favada and Stevenson.
That is a free point that California needed.
Indeed it was. Now only trailing 5. Let's see if Johnson can put them on the right track here with this serve. Ball served up and over, dug out. Set to the far side of the court. And that was some fire, but it goes directly back over, and that is a California point. Diving effort there by number 9, Abby Berry, but was unable to keep it high enough to stay in play. California trailing by 4. Morgan Johnson once again back for the serve. Ball served up and over. Awkward dig there towards the sideline. It will be a free ball back over. Wiseman gets it to Johnson. Johnson to Scammell, but it was denied. Looks like they're able to play with it though as Ruggiero tipped at the net, out of bounds. California point, 16-19, down 3. Johnson with the serve is up and over, dugout. Set up to the close side of the court. Can they get it? And that is out of bounds, untouched by California. That is another California point. And that will be a timeout taken by UPJ.
California is coming up from, or they're coming right up behind UPJ at the moment. Can they keep this momentum up?
Hopefully California can keep it up as well. 17-19, trailing by as great as 6 at one point, coming back now. Only down by 3. And we have a moment. We're going to take a quick look at the team leaders for the Mountain Cats. Leader in kills is Ellie Zero Quincero with 228. Leader in digs is Jessica Kurg with 226. Leader in assists, Abby Berry, is 470 so far on the season. Blocks, haven't called this name much tonight, Mallory Pinsky. And then my paper says there are 2 people tied for aces for the Mountain Cats, but on the screen you will see it will be Knight leading the team in aces. And then points, Ellie Zero Quincero is leader on the side of UPJ. As both teams are now back out onto the court, let's see if California can put up a fight to the end of this set. As it once again will be Johnson for the serve. Ball served up and over, dugout. High set to the far side. Kill attempt is almost out of bounds, but Wiseman plays it. Set to Petrosevic, and that goes towards the back row. That is inbounds. Point, California. Here we go, Johnson with the serve. Ball served up and over. Low dig there towards the bench. Looks like it's going to be a free ball back over. Goes far into the backcourt, though. Johnson to Scammell. Scammell will tie up the game here in the second set.
They really didn't like that they were falling behind. They have to come up now.
Indeed, they did. They needed to come up, and they came up big time there with some run there. Let's see what Morgan Johnson can do. The game tied at 19 apiece. Ball served up and over. Dug out there by the libero. Set up to the close side, middle of the court, towards the back, and that goes out of bounds, untouched. California takes the lead. What a swing of momentum the Vulcans have picked up out of nowhere.
I feel like they regained their energy from that first set.
Indeed they did. Here's the energy now. Ball is up and over by Johnson. Set up now to the far side of the court. Almost blocked there, but it does end up going over. Ruggiero to send it back over off the arms of number 9. That was just some fire on that ball from our favorite Italian here on the volleyball team, as UPJ takes a timeout to try and counter what the Vulcans changed up there before their timeout. California doing some nice things there after that timeout, going on a run, not allowing UPJ to get a point. Of course.
Will they keep this up?
Yeah, hopefully they do. For California's sake, Morgan Johnson has been the leader of that. She's the only one been serving so far within that little run they went on. UPJ thinks they got it figured out. California looking to see if they want to change anything up on them to throw UPJ out of rhythm.
Any mistake can cause them to lose a point.
Indeed. California 4 away. UPJ 6. Let's see what happens. Looks like it's going to come down to the wire once again. Also want to give a nice little happy birthday shout out to our good friend and California graduate, James Salvatore. We miss you, buddy. And yes, we have replaced you on What's Up Vulcans, but we will never forget you. Morgan Johnson is now back for the serve. Ball served up and over, dugout there. High set. Kill attempt is unsuccessful. Completely denied by the energy haver herself, Lindsay Scammell. Always bringing the energy to that defense, especially that front row there. Also assisting her on the block was Eliza Ruggiero. Morgan Johnson back for the serve. Is up and over. Set up to the close side of the court now. Tipped at the net. No one was there. Johnson with a diving effort, unsuccessful. UPJ now only down 2. Gets the serve now. 16 comes out for number 21, Danica Susko.
So far, this timeout has been working for them. Will they keep it up to win this game?
Let's see. It'll be the libero, Jessica Curry, back for the serve. Towards the net. Tipped and back and forth with each other. Set up now to Ruggiero. Ruggiero denied once again. That's a lot. That's like 3 straight blocks on the side of UPJ.
A lot of action happening at the net.
Indeed. This looks like this set is going to come down to the wire once again. And there will be a timeout taken by, excuse me, it looks like it will be a challenge on the side of California. Audrey Emmerich calling a challenge for that last play. Unfortunately, we do not have the challenge footage, so they could be looking about just at anything. If it were my guess, it would be something to do with the net. Of course, they have the net cam on the side of the officials. And of course, like I said, challenging is new for volleyball here in Division II. Of course, last game, there was about a 20-minute stoppage, it felt like.
Definitely felt like that.
Indeed, it did. It felt like we were here forever. But it looks like they've already come to a decision. Let's see what happens. The official on the far side has been giving. The point was overturned, and it will be a California point. The challenge was, Audrey Emmerich challenges was to see if somebody was in the net, and her challenge is successful. There was a UPJ player in the net. So the momentum goes back to California. California 23-20. Let's see what happens. Ball's up and over, dugout by the libero. High set. Kill attempt off the hands of Ruggiero, goes out of bounds. UPJ gets the point.
They did not like that call, so they had to take that point back.
Indeed, they did. California down only 2 from putting the set away. UPJ down 2 from matching this game. Ball's up and over. Lindenfelser plays that. Johnson sends it to the middle of the court. Wiseman nicely gets it back over the net. Set to close side. Can there be a block? No, there is no block. But Johnson is able to keep the ball in play as it's back over to the far side of the court now by Wiseman. Set up and looks like there was some finger block there, but nothing crazy. Scammell with a nice, insane little change up there to the far side now. Denied, but out of bounds. That is Eliza Ruggiero point off the block of UPJ. Out of bounds. California point.
This is the last chance to get the last point, game point right now.
It'll be Lindsay Scammell to try and get this sent over the net for a nice second set win. Lindsay Scammell, like I've said in previous broadcasts, she brings the energy to this California team. Ball served up and over, dug out by the libero. High set to the far side. At the net, that is off the hands of Eliza Ruggiero and Riley Evans. UPJ, it's now or never time. Can't afford any mistakes here if they want a chance to come away with this set. Sadie Reese back for the serve. Ball's up and over, dug up by Wiseman. Johnson to Wiseman again, and that will be off the block of UPJ, out of bounds. That is a California second set. 25-22 here in the Convocation Center. We'll switch sides and we'll be right back here on the PSAC Digital Sports Network and CUTV Sports 1.
Students, after the big game and the festivities at the homecoming and community dessert reception, come enjoy theater improv, sports challenges photo booth, face painting, puppetry, giant foam Jenga, and much more. Join us October 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Natali Student Center for games, treats, contests, music, and surprises. All ages invited, and bring your Halloween spirit.
Hello and welcome back to the Convocation Center. As that second set went down to the wire, 25-22. UPJ had the lead, a strong lead for most of that second set, but California had some strength to them to come back and put that set away. We come into the third set now, of course 0-0 as we haven't even started yet.
Let's see how California does for this one.
Indeed.
They were struggling back in the second set.
Indeed, they had a little bit of setbacks, but fortunately for them, were able to come through with everything. And like I said before, there is a youth night here, of course. A whole bunch of kids running around in the background. If you can't see on the broadcast, I can see them. They're a bit distracted. There's a nice kid running with a green shirt on, chasing someone that looks like a camo shirt, of course. But, of course, a couple of festivities will be happening here at the end of the game for California. Of course, get connected with the team. Of course, this idea was brought to the convocation, or brought up by second-year head coach Audrey Emmerich, which after a rough start to her head coaching career last year, only winning 3 games and no conference games, she turned this team around. A lot of nice recruiting and stuff, as she is now 13-3.
She had a lot of time with her team this year to get them on their feet for this year's competition.
California has already been on the court for a little bit. And UPJ is coming out of the huddle now. First time this season. Get to say hello to everyone. Of course, I'm JJ Robinson. This is Victoria Lang. First time on camera, wasn't expected to be on camera, but I'm always dressed as good, so it's okay. But we're about to get ready here for the for the third set. Let's see what California can do, if they can try and end the game in a sweep, or if UPJ has a chance to come back within this game. As there's some last-minute substitutions here, the libero coming back out onto the court for UPJ. And here we go. California will have the serve. It will be Adriana Favada for the serve.
Now let's see if they'll go into a lead for this one.
Seems like it doesn't matter who gets the first couple of points. So far, this game has been about who wants to finish it. UPJ had the chance to go on a run and leave California in the dust, but they didn't. Let's see if they have the strength to try and put something together here, as Favada with the serve is up and over. Dug out there. Dug once again to the far side. Kill attempt is almost successful. Off the net, one hand, and that will be too many hits on the side of California. Awkward dig there by Petrosevic to start it off. UPJ gets the first point of the game. Of the set. UPJ now back for the serve. Ball's up and over, low dig there by Mercer. Tipped over but denied at the net. Favada bumps it into the air. Kill attempt by Wiseman is unsuccessful, as California has to play once again. Stevenson gets the ball over. Nice there by Favada to keep the ball into the air. as Wiseman sends it to the back, directly out of bounds off the hands of UPJ. California gets the first point of the game, gets their first point of the set.
It looked like one of players from UPJ tried to get that ball, but not get there in time.
Here we go, ball served up and over towards the net, and kill attempt towards too far. Goes into the backcourt, out of bounds. Luckily, not too many people in that backcourt today. Most of the fans are on the close side, of course, on the side of CETV. I'll call them CETV and friends today. A whole bunch of people on this side of the arena. Ball served up and over, dug out by UPJ. High set to the far close side of the court, Wiseman with the set. Favada sets to Norfolk. Norfolk with a nice kill attempt, unsuccessful. Set now into a block there, but it will go directly out of bounds off the hands of Stevenson. That will be a UPJ point.
Like you were saying, the Convocation Center has a nice crowd today.
And here we go with the serve. Ball is served up and over. Dug out by Wiseman. Favada sets to Maria Petrosevic. Diving effort by the libero, but that does go out of bounds. Point will be credited to Petrosevic. Scammell comes into the game. Norfolk comes out. Those two players, nice rotating in that front line. Both, of course, Scammell leading the team in blocks. Awkward spin there of the ball. Can they get it back over? Yes, they can. Mercer keeps the ball in the air. Favada sends it to Petrosevic. Petrosevic is completely denied at the net. That is a UPJ point. The bench for UPJ, very ecstatic about that play right there. Keurig now back to serve, the libero for UPJ. Ball served up and over, dug out by Petrosevic, directly back over, and that will be an easy kill for number 21, Danica Susko. Jessica Keurig now back to serve. Ball up and over, dug out by Wiseman. Favada sets to Stevenson, and that, who does that get called on? That will get called on UPJ for hitting the antenna. It might have been off the hands of California, but UPJ touched it just before it hits the antenna. That is a California point, as Morgan Johnson is now back for the serve.
Morgan Johnson has been doing really well this game with her serves.
Indeed, she has. No aces, but we could see one soon. High set there. Over the net. Johnson sets. Wiseman towards the back corner of the court. Unsuccessful. The libero for UPJ gets it, and that will be into the net. Number 18 with the error there. That will be Natalie Lippincott.
Now, so far, this game has been pretty even, this set.
Seems very similar to the last couple of sets that we've had. Johnson with the serve is up and out of bounds. A little bit too much on that one. She knows she messed up on there. I saw her hand go up a little bit. But it's okay. Early in the set, we're only tied here. 5-5 in the third set. Some substitutions now for UPJ. Number 6 and number 20 for UPJ. That will be Avery Barrett and Brooke Polini into the game. Johnson, so far side. Scammell with a nice little touch over the net, but they're able to keep it in place. Scammell, early jump there, but it does go over the net. Johnson to Scammell, unsuccessful there. Now to the close side, over the block. Johnson able to keep the ball in the air. Ruggiero with some fire off the block. That is a California point. It'd be now Kay Lindenfelser back for the serve. Ball's up and over, low dig by Grug. Kill attempt off the hands of Lindenfelser now. Set up and kill attempt by Wiseman is successful. Once again, the same kind of strategy Elisa Ruggiero had on that last set. Get it off the hands of the blocker to go out of bounds. There's nothing they can really do when it comes down that fast.
Not much. All you can do is communicate with your teammates, which is also hard at the moment.
And that will be a service ace for Kay Lindenfelser. California not with a lot of service aces so far this year, at least for a specific player. Olivia Wiseman leads the team in aces with 16, but there are two players with aces for the Mountain Cats. It'll be Lindenfelser once again back for the serve. Ball is up and over dugout this time by UPJ. High set directly over the back. Bumped into the air by Mercer. Johnson to Scammell. Scammell in between two players like threading a needle. That was nice play there by Lindsay Scammell. As you saw, she had a whole bunch of energy off that kill attempt. And that will be a timeout taken. I believe that will be by UPJ.
They do not like that Cal is taking this lead.
No, they do not. Of course, early in the set, of course. And while we have a moment, we're going to take a look at the upcoming schedule for the California Vulcans. The Vulcans will take on IUP Saturday. This Saturday, they'll take on IUP at IUP. On Tuesday, they will be home against Yerschline, Ohio. And then on Friday, they will be at Gannon to end this next week off. Lot more season still to go, of course. This is still anyone's really in the race for the PSAC West at this point. Of course, by this point last year, California was out of the race, and there was not a lot of life on this team on the sidelines or in the Convocation Center. But with this revamped team, getting rid of some players transferring, of course, but some players brought in by Coach Emmerich, brought new life to this team, and it's been successful so far. As Lindenfelser with the serve, set towards the close side of the court, over the block. Lindenfelser bumps it into the air. Johnson with the set. Ruggiero denied at the net by UPJ.
That was a fantastic block by UPJ right there.
Indeed it was. And now be UPJ back to serve. It looks like it'll be number 14, Caroline Knight. Knight with the service up and over, dug out by Lindenfelser. Set now to Ruggiero. Ruggiero dug out by Krug. Set up now to the far side. Kill attempt unsuccessful. That is off, except it was successful as it goes off the hands of California. Out of bounds. Point, UPJ. Ball served up and over. That is out of bounds. Over and out. Point, California. Lindsay Scammell now back for the serve. Ball served up and over, dugout. Set up now for the kill attempt over the block. Scammell in the back row. Nice save there. Johnson to Ruggiero. Ruggiero denied once again. Seems like UPJ has Ruggiero on a little bit of a lockdown right now. Let's see if California can switch some things up. It looks like there's some substitutions on the side of UPJ taking out their libero.
They caught on to her tricks.
Indeed they did. They're sick of Eliza getting the upper hand, and it seems like they have a nice counter. And it will be the serve for Reese as it is up and over. Johnson sets up to Wiseman. She's denied off the face, it looked like, of the California's libero. UPJ still very neck and neck with California up to this point. Reese once again with the service up and over, dugout by Mercer. Set up by Johnson to Ruggiero. This time, Ruggiero will not be denied. Ruggiero and Johnson come out for Favada and Stevenson. UPJ also putting a couple other players back into their lineup as they put Keurig notably back into their lineup for the libero position. Adriana Favada now back for the serve. Directly back over. Wiseman gets a nice hit there. She sees it. Goes straight back over. She said, "This is my shot," and takes it down to the ground.
She always knows when to get up there.
Once again, it will be Adriana Favada, setter and defensive specialist, senior, all the way from Arizona. For the serve is up and over. Dugout there. Bumped up into the air once again. Kill attempt is diving effort. Unsuccessful, though, as Mercer gets it hit out of bounds.
They decided not to run for that ball.
Sometimes you can just tell how fast it goes. You don't have enough time to get any player over there. Some cheering coming on the side of UPJ as some substitutions were made. Ball served up and over. Did not. Looks like there's a violation on the side of California. UPJ gets a free point there.
That would have been a nice tip, though, by Pavada.
Indeed, came up a little bit too early. And it will be UPJ serve. Ball up and over. Clash right there for California. Now they have one more shot to get it over, and they do. Set up. Block into the net. Blocked by the net. Or you can credit it to any of the California players if you want to, but that will be a California point. Excuse me, I'm incorrect. That was a UPJ point.
Their block went out of bounds.
Ball served up and over. Diving effort there by Lindenfelser. Diving effort, and once again, but it gets over the net. Set to the close side of the court. Over the block. Off of Lindenfelser, and that will be tipped and smack dab in the middle of the court there. UPJ takes their first lead of the game. Ball served up and over dugout. Favada sets to Wiseman. Wiseman looks like the tip of her fingers gets it over the net. Kill attempt going to the back row. Mercer with a nice diving effort there. And that will be a smackdown by number 7, Eli Zuro Consoro with a nice kill right there. Substitution. Lindenfelser comes out of the game, into the game. And Marie Petrosevic. Olivia Wiseman for the point. Ball served up and over. Dugout. High set. Tipped over the net. Nice effort there by Mercer. Also, I just noticed it was a California point on that. Set up now to the close side of the court. Awkward hit. That doesn't go over the net. That goes under the net. And, you know, this isn't hockey.
A little mistake there, but they might come up from that.
California not taking a 1-point lead. Wiseman, once again, for the serve, is up and over. Dug out there by UPJ to the far side of the court. Off the hands of Wiseman this time. Some more cheering and spinning coming on the side of UPJ.
Their energy is up today.
Indeed it is. Both teams evenly matched. This is a good matchup in the West. Diving effort there by Mercer. Petrosevic gets it back over the net. Close set to the net. Can they do something with it? As it goes out of the back of the court. And the line judge on that far side had to backpedal out of the way. Can definitely tell.
Almost got killed there.
Definitely played some sports back in the day. And here we go. UPJ with the serve. Diving effort by Mercer once again. Favada gets it back to Petrosevic. Petrosevic is in bounds in the back row. Norfolk comes out of the game, into the game. Excuse me.
We are at a tie right now.
Set to the close side of the court. And that is a UPJ point as they break the tie. Kurg is now back for the serve. Ball served up and into the net. That is an error. And we got another tie game here. Substitutions. Ruggiero and Johnson come in for Stevenson and Favada. The usual battery package that comes into the game for those two. Seems like they come as a pair. Ruggiero's in, Johnson's in. Johnson now goes back for the serve. Ball is up and over. Dug out by UPJ. Set to the close side of the court. Kill attempt is in bounds. No one there. UPJ takes the lead. Substitutions for UPJ. Be number 6, Avery Barrett, coming into the game along with Brooke Polini. Ball is up and over. Dugout. Set up. And Scammo with the kill attempt is successful. Couldn't tell from here what side it landed on. but it was on the side of California.
And that's a tie again.
This set seems like it's going to come down to the wire. Let's see who can pull away. Kay Lindenfelser has a chance to get her team over this little hunch here. Let's see what happens. Ball's up and over. Set up to the close side of the court. Over the block, no one in the back row. Mercer diving effort, but not even close. UPJ takes a lead. Caroline Knight with the service up and over. Dugout by Mercer. Set up by Johnson. Ruggiero towards the back row is successful, out of bounds, off the hands of UPJ. Point, California.
Mr. Kiefer just caught that ball.
Hey, Mr. Kiefer, Matt Kiefer, good friend of ours here at CUTV. He's got some hands.
I think he should play some volleyball too.
And there is a whistle before the serve. Communication between the official and Coach Emmerich. Looks like nothing major. It looks like it's just going to be a reserve. Scammell with the service up and over. Low dig there. Set to the close side. Over the block. Off the hands of Scammell. And that will be a UPJ point. Scammell with the mistake on that one gets subbed out of the game. UPJ with the serve.
That ball looked like it was going to go out, but she couldn't tell.
Setting out to the far side. Wiseman off the hands. One hand there. And that does drop under the net. That will be a California point. Tied up 19-19.
This game definitely keeps everyone on their toes.
Ruggiero and Johnson out of the game. That means Favada back into the game, along with Stevenson. Ball's up and over. Dugout. Bumped back up into the air. Kill attempt unsuccessful. Favada gets it to Mercer. Mercer gets it to Stevenson. Stevenson will not be denied at the net, and that is a California point. California takes the 1-point lead, 20-19.
Can they keep it so that they win this game?
What a good year. 2019. That was a good year.
That was a good year. Till COVID.
Yeah. Adriana Favada now back to the serve. Ball's up and over. Low dig there. UPJ bumps it up into the air. Kill attempt unsuccessful, but diving effort there, but Mercer can save it. One more hit to get it back over, and Stevenson gets it off the libero into the backcourt. That is a California point. California takes a 2-point lead here in the third set, 21-19, as UPJ will take a timeout.
They struggled a little bit with that one, but they got it back over the net.
Indeed they did, with some power from Sarah Stevenson. UPJ knowing this could be their last chance to take a timeout and take some sort of control in this game. Also, there is Blaze the Vulcan on the Jumbotron, and I have never seen this before. Some new graphics here in the Convocation Center. He scares me a little bit, to be quite honest. But it says get loud. If you're watching at home, get loud. And once again, you can see the upcoming schedule for the Vulcans. Like I said, it will be Saturday at IU. Tuesday, they play against Ursuline, and then they play at Gannon on Friday. Here we go, back out onto the court. Adriana Favada looking to see if she can keep UPJ at bay. Also, I want to apologize.
Be successful?
Also, I want to apologize to anyone that goes to Ursuline. I did butcher that at first, but I fixed it, and we're good. It's the ball served up and over. Set up to the close side of the net. Block attempt is unsuccessful. That will be a UPJ point. Some substitutions on the side of UPJ. Ball served up and over. Low dig there by Lindenfelser. Favada to Stevenson. Stevenson towards the backcourt. Unsuccessful. That will be a UPJ point as this game is, near I say it again, tied up.
Looks like Audrey went to talk to the ref.
It looks like there's going to be a challenge to see if there was a tip by UPJ before that went out of bounds. Looks like there is a convergence of officials on the close side of the court. And as I like to do, the California team is doing the worm on the sideline. It looked like that was, some splits getting done on the sideline over there now. Let's see, who's next? America's Got Talent. Pennsylvania's Got Talent. Morgan Johnson hitting that over there. Get it.
Got to keep that energy up.
Of course. Anything next? Anything coming soon? Nothing coming now. Back to the officials. Anything going on there? Looks like they're still reviewing the call. Looks like there's some discussion between the people that are trying to figure out what the call will be. Coach Audrey Emmerich talking to her team. Looks like it's coming down to just a couple of pixels to decide if this was touched or not. If so, the California Vulcans will go up 22-20. If not, the score will still stay the same at 21-21. Either way, this can be a huge swing for either team. Some more dancing going on the side of California.
They got to keep moving.
Indeed they do. And there goes UPJ doing some dance moves as well. Looks like they're doing the Rasputin. Shout out that dance from the Just Dance game. Can never get it done.
That was the best dance, though.
It was hard. It was a lot of fun. I could try it, but I'm dressed too nicely for that.
Never dressed too nicely not to do the Rasputin.
Some more dancing on. There goes the worm again by Morgan Johnson. Morgan Johnson with the worm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she's done at 7. Oh, they go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 it is, and it will be a UPJ point. The score will stay the same, 21-21. Took a little bit for that to find out. Let's see if that little break can stop California and give UPJ a chance.
Coach Emmerich just had to be sure. It could have been their point.
Ball served up and over, dug out by Lindenfelser. Favada to Ruggiero off the hands of number 9, and California gets the point that they wanted in the first place. Excuse me, I think I said the wrong name. That was Sarah Stevenson with the point. Close to the net now, set up to the far side. And the ball is out of bounds. No one touched it. California 23-21.
2-point lead. Can they keep this up to win this set and game?
Ball up and over. Low dig there. Set to the close side of the court. Block attempt is unsuccessful. Threading the needle there. That will be a UPJ point.
This is definitely stressful on the coaches.
Ball served up and over. Awkward there, but can they get it over? Yes, they can. Somehow California improvises their way to get the ball on the other side. One hand hit to get it over the net. Favada sets to Petrosevic. Petrosevic taking it down with some fire towards the other number 7. And that will be
California point.
Indeed it will, as California is now on game point. Can they get the sweep here in the Convocation Center as Mercer with the serve? Looks like it's going to be a kill attempt from the far side. Wiseman's able to save it. Favada. Stevenson over the net. Saved by UPJ. Set up now. Kill attempt into the block, and that will
California?
That will be a UPJ point, and it goes off the hands of California. Excuse me, getting a little bit exciting in here.
Heart's just pumping right here.
Indeed it is. And there will be a timeout taken. Coming down to a extreme finish here in the Convocation Center. California 1 point away, but UPJ only needs to get 2.
This is quite stressful.
Indeed it is. UPJ needs 2 back-to-back points to try and force an overtime. Let's see what happens. California obviously having their eyes set on getting 1 point and going home. UPJ looking to force another set though. UPJ had some things figured out there. As it will be Jessica Kurg back to serve for UPJ. But California being lined up to try and end this game.
Can they do this?
Kurg now back to serve for UPJ. Serve is up and over Wiseman. Stevenson sends it back into the court. Low dig there. High set. Tipped over. Diving effort by Favada. Stevenson to get the ball over. Nice effort there by UPJ to keep the ball in air. Through the block. And that will be a UPJ point. 2-point game here. Of course, it's first to 25 win by 2. So this game will now go to 26. Ball is up and over. Dug out by Wiseman. Set to Petrosevic, and that looks like it was touched. And that will go to California. California, 1 more point is needed.
We're getting some subs in.
Some substitutions coming in. Ruggiero and Johnson. Johnson actually looks to put this game away. Let's see if she can do it. 1 service ace already. See if she can replicate that performance. Ball's up and over. It goes off the hands, but UPJ able to keep it in play. This will be a free ball back. Can California take advantage of this? Johnson to Scammell. Scammell tipped, but ball does end up going back over the net. Set up now. Over the block, but Johnson able to save the ball. Mercer to Ruggiero, but denied at the net. We have a tie game at 25.
This is going to 27 now.
Some substitutions now for UPJ. Ball's up and over. Dug out by Wiseman awkwardly. Johnson able to keep it in play as the ball freely back over to UPJ. UPJ looking to take advantage of this. But it is not. Johnson to Petrosevic, and that is a California point. California once again on game point.
1 more point and they can win this game, or will it continue?
Petrosevic getting subbed out for Cade Lindenfelser. Ball served up and over. Set up now. Kill attempt is blocked at the net, but UPJ is able to continue with it as it's blocked again. This is freely back over, and that will end the game. California will get the sweep over a conference opponent. California 27, UPJ 25, and that will improve the Vulcans to 14-3 and 2-1 on the season. Unfortunately, the Mountain Cats will fall to 11-5 and 2-2 in conference. My name is JJ Robinson, joined by Victoria Lang. Thank you for joining us here tonight in the Convocation Center. Have a good night.